This is the story of Solomon Pillow and his bride Chloe, two people born into slavery in the family they began in Maury County, Tennessee.
I gave birth to this baby here 3 days ago, and you still ain't helped me decide what we're gonna name him.
You know, I was reading my Bible this morning, and as pretty as you please, a red bird, he flew in and he landed right on the side of the book. Right on top of the Song of Solomon. I think that's a sign. We're going to name that son of ours Solomon.
Well, he does have wise eyes.
Oh, he's wise all right, just like King Solomon in the Bible.
What do you think it means?
You know, I think that means he's going to be a free man. He's going to have his own crops, his own fields, his own lands. Our son is not going to die a slave. He is going to be a free man.
Free. My baby boy, a free man.
Solomon Pillow, wise as a king, and he's going to be free as the red bird.
What's wrong, Francis? What's tormenting you so?
Well, Jeff, you know old Massa be having his way with me all the time, and I just don't know.
Quit tormenting yourself, Francis. I don't care if that baby come out white as a buttermilk biscuit. She's still gonna be my baby girl.
Well, I heard a name in the storybook the other day. It was Chloe. I thought that'd be a pretty name if it be a girl.
Chloe, I declare if that'll be the name. And she'll live happily ever after, just like the princess in the book.
Saul Pillar.
Hey!
My. Miss Chloe, I guess you might be the best damn cook in Maury County.
You hush all that sweet talking, Saul Pillar, and eat. You knows I have to get this plate back to the big house.
I've been meaning to talk to you about something. Massa really called me over to him the other day, and he told me I might be the best field hand he got here on this plantation. I reckon he might be making me his overseer.
What makes you think you gonna be the overseer? I just can't see you riding that big black mule.
You see this here rock? One of them niggas lift his head up out of this field and throw it over and pop him upside his head.
You does have a nice arm, Saul.
Yeah.
You nothing but a notion.
Chloe, Master really said that Master Lincoln getting ready to free the slave. And he said if he free the slaves, he gonna give me that North Hill over there to farm.
Why you think Master's so sweet on you, Saul? Perhaps you know, maybe he's your pappy or something.
Nah, ain't nothing like that. It's just the fact that I work this farm here better than he do. I know how to tend the crops, mend fences, chop tobacco. I even downskin mules for him. And if I get that farm over there, I'm gonna work twice as hard. And I'm gonna do the same thing for my wife and my children. That is, Miss Chloe, if you be my wife.
You know that North Hill up there is nothing but one big rock.
You might be right about that. It might be a rock, but it be our rock. And we'll have a roof over our head for us and our children.
I can't live on those poke salad and that honeysuckle. Give me this plate. I think I will marry you, but I'll be damned if I eat poke salad and honeysuckle for the rest of my life.
The years went by, and the Civil War, along with the Emancipation Proclamation, brought Solomon and Chloe their freedom, but times were hard. The summers brutally hot, and the winters equally cold. At times, slavery seemed like a better alternative than freedom.
Mama Chloe, you reckon we can eat our pudding tonight?
Maddie, I done told you that cake is for Christmas Day, and not 1 minute before.
Yes, Mom.
Can we open our presents tonight?
You have to ask your pappy. I don't know nothing about it.
I think it'd be just fine. Don't you recollect the wise men bought the baby Jesus his gifts on Christmas Eve? sure does, Francis. Now you and Bess look over by the fireplace, cause Sandy may have left a peppermint cane or two over there for you.
Peppermint? Oh, Pappy, my favorite.
Okay, Sally, now you be sure and share with your sisters now.
Tell us a story, Pappy. Yes, Pappy, please.
I don't think I got no stories to tell this evening.
Tell me one you told me last evening. That was one for weary ears, I declare.
Oh, that wasn't no story, Chloe. That was the truest thing I ever saw. I was coming home late from church up on Gilmore Hill, and as deacon, it was my duty to stay and count the collection on first Sunday. Only service went over longer than expected, and I didn't realize how late it was getting. You know, I started towards home in my wagon, but before long, it was pitch black dark. You couldn't see the hands in front of your face. To top it all, them rainstorms that we had last month had just about washed all the roads away.
How come you just didn't watch Lent, Pappy?
Sally, that's a right fine notion, but just as I was reaching for it, I kicked it over and all my oil spilled out. I was in a mess of trouble, I declare. It was a cold night, a storm was a-brewing in the east. I was about to be forced to sleep out in the woods in a rainstorm till morning. Then I saw a sight that made my blood chill to the bone, just as clear as you please. Burning right before my eyes, a red ball of fire was shining just a short piece away from me.
A ball of fire?
Yes, ma'am, Alice, burning red hot, floating before my very eyes. I couldn't explain what it was, still can't to this day. But I followed after it. Every time I was about to catch up to it, it seemed to move a little further away. This went on all night. That ball of fire kept moving and I kept moving, and when I stopped to rest, that red ball of fire would hover near just out of my reach. And then, just as the sun started rising over the hill, that ball of fire started flickering and fading, and when I looked up, you could see the smoke coming out of the chimney of our cabin.
What do you think that ball of fire was, Poppy?
That was my God leading me home. Where you boys been?
We been out hunting, Pappy. See here, shot 2 big ones.
You mean to tell me you boys been gone all day and half the evening, and all y'all shot at those 2 pitiful looking rabbits?
Leave them alone, Pappy. They's probably out courting. I believe Saul Jr. sweet on the school teacher, Miss Azora.
They's ain't coating, they's lying.
At least give them a chance to explain, Pappy.
You right, Pappy. We's lying. But it be my fault. Alexander was supposed to cover for me today, but I didn't take in the fact that he couldn't shoot the broadside of a barn door. Rabbits probably died of boredom.
My gun, I'm going.
Stop, y'all! Put that gun down. You ain't killing none of my children.
Hold on, Pappy. Pappy, don't do it. Don't you see, Pappy, there ain't nothing here for me. We barely grow enough to live on, and those Negroes down in Mr. Ridley farm get paid every Friday.
And they drank it and gambled it all up before Sunday morning because their souls are dead from being slaves.
They ain't slaves, Pappy. They sharecroppers.
Sharecroppers you can call a pile of cowshire cornbread, but it still ain't fit to eat.
Well, you gonna have to shoot me dead, because I can't stay here and work for you for free. Not when there's a man willing to pay. Ain't that slavery too?
Well, you're right, son, but before I'll see my children be slaves, I will stand in the fields and let them shoot me dead.
Solomon Jr. survived Pappy's wrath that day, and after all was said and done, he never did go back to work on the Ridley farm. He ended up marrying that school teacher, Azora, and he ended up with 9 children of his own. A family legend says his brother Alexander became wealthy when the infamous outlaw Jesse James handed him a saddlebag full of money from a train robbery. Alexander wanted his brother to come with him to Chicago, but he never did. All of Pappy's girls, Eliza, Frances, Sally, Alice, Elizabeth, and Clara married and had children of their own as well. Pappy and Granny lived together happily until 1935, the year Granny died.
Pop, you see that little red bird over yonder?
Woo-wee! He sure is pretty.
That little red bird been singing in that tree all day long.
Well, I reckon he's content on singing like that.
Why is old Pappy sitting in that field?
Well, I guess he meditates. Old man really is auctioning off most of his cattle today. And Grandma Chloe passed away a few months ago.
That red bird been singing in that tree all day. Pappy been sitting in that field. You sure he all right?
Stay here. Yes, child. Pappy's all right.
Look! That red bird finally flew away.
Yes, child. But I reckon he's singing somewhere else.